So sometimes when people are looking at VT Docs and VT Writer for that matter, they will ask a very valid question. And the question is, can I trust that the content you're analyzing is actually full and complete? And it's a great question. The reason it's a great question is because it takes a lot of strong engineering work and product to make sure that you can stand over with 100% accuracy the data that you show. Just as a kind of a case in point, in the early years of VisibleThread, and again, we're now well over a decade in business, delivering products to the biggest companies in the world. People like Boeing, Lockheed really depend on our products to make them more efficient, make better quality outcomes. But in the early years, we maybe didn't consider all the factors that are actually at play in documents. So let me give you a concrete example of this. In Microsoft Word, as many of you might know, there's the idea of kind of auto-generated numbers. Sounds a little fancy. What does that actually mean? It really means, let's say you've got a list of items and they're numbered. When you hit return on that, the number increments. So it might be a list of 1, 2, 3, 4 points in a bulleted list or a numbered list. We hadn't factored that in our early extraction, in the very early iterations of VT Docs. And that was something that actually, was a miss. But as you put more and more engineering spend in, as you work with more and more battle-hardened scenarios where people are truly depending on your product to do an accurate, really clear, fast analysis, then those types of things, which are in this kind of second category, when you release a product, typically it looks all shiny and nice. You've got a nice user interface. But actually this second type of requirement, if you will, is harder to spot, harder to see. And it's all around things like the integrity of the data. It's all around things like security, for instance. Are you exposing and imbuing risk on the customer? Performance. Okay, so in a demo context, this thing works for 3 pages. Will it work for 103 pages or 1,003 pages? And will it work pretty fast? That's a question. And as you build more and more capacity around this, as you work with real customers, as they give you feedback as to where you may or may not be doing so well, then you're incrementally making your product better and addressing the real needs of your customers. So I think a lot of this question, it's a great question. It's a very valid question that people ask us. How can I be sure what I'm getting out is actually accurate? The reason it's accurate is because it's in use in the most demanding environments. It's in use for well in excess of 10 years in those environments. And we consistently build more capacity and capability into the products to make the core foundational structures really strong and make sure that we're doing the right thing for our customers.